Are you feeling weary, my friend? Are you burnt out or at risk of getting burnt out? Well, that was me a few months ago until God knocked on my head and said, "Hello, Jenna. Hello in there. I never told you to make it so hard on yourself. So just stop it. Just stop it and trust me." So today I'm talking all about doing less, trusting and resting in God more, and still getting all the things done. At least the things that need to be done. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Jenna Dexter here, certified Christian life and mindset coach. And this is Total Thrive. This is where you are empowered to confidently achieve a thriving and purpose-filled life. So it was about 5 months ago when I went to bed one night and I fell asleep. And a little bit later, I woke up. Something woke me up. A noise, I don't know what it was. And then eventually I fell back asleep. And then I was woken up again shortly after. And it was very frustrating. But I turned over and I fell back asleep. And then my cat jumped on my bed. And let me just say, I love my cat. I love my Hattie. I can't sleep. Can't sleep. And she knows it. She knows better. But alas, for whatever reason, I think I know what reason, she jumped on my bed and I woke up. And let's just say, I burst into tears. I seriously burst into tears. I just laid there crying, going, I have to get to sleep. But then I fell back asleep eventually again. But the next morning when I got up and I'm sipping on my coffee and I'm having my time with God, the very first thing I'm saying to him is like, God, what the heck was that? What the heck was that? And he basically said, hello, Jenna, you're burnt out. Can you not tell? Like, hello. And I was like, oh, is that what's happening now? Because when I really think about what is it deep down that made me burst into tears, like full on burst into tears, it was like this idea that I have to get my sleep because I have to get up and do all the things. And there's never enough time to do all the things as it is. I have to get to sleep so that I can get up in the morning and get going and do all the things and try to get as many of them done as I can so that I can have the provision that I need, so that I can have the time I need for other things, so that I can have enough of whatever the thing is, right? Enough time, enough things done that will move the needle in my life to create the impact that I feel called to create, to get to the next level of whatever it is that I'm trying to achieve and do. And God just said, stop. So the very next thing I do is I pick up my Jesus Always devotional by Sarah Young. Jesus Calling. There's Jesus Calling. There's Jesus Always. There's a whole series of devotionals that she's done in addition to Jesus Calling. So I open it up to whatever day it was that day. And let me just tell you what I read. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? It says, "Come to me, my weary one." It says, "Come to me, my weary one, and I will give you rest." And I just stopped. I don't know. I don't know if I cried or laughed or both, probably both. But just stop right there. Like, oh my gosh. Really, right now I'm reading this right now. Right now. "Come to me, my weary one, and I will give you rest. I know the depth and breadth of your weariness. Nothing is hidden from me. There is a time to keep pushing yourself when circumstances require it, and a time to rest. Even though I, who have infinite energy, rested on the seventh day after completing my work of creation." Let me just tell you the peace that came over me in that moment and how God was giving me permission. God was giving me permission. I thought all that time I was doing my part. You know, we're called to co-labor with him. I have a call on my life. I'm going after it. I got to do the things. I got to earn the living and make the impact and do all the things. And I got to do my part, right? And in my mind, my part was to go, 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 go. And maybe for a time it was okay. There are seasons for go, go, going. And there's seasons for stop, stop, stopping. And God was calling me to a season of stopping, or at least slowing down. And I'll get to more of that in a moment. But after that, I began meditating on Matthew 11:28 through 30. Then Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light." So, yoke. Okay, we're not talking about an egg yolk, of course. We're talking about the wooden crosspiece that goes between two animals like oxen or horses that makes them stay in line with each other. They're pulling a cart, they're pulling a plow, they're pulling something, and the yoke ties them together, it like couples them up. So when his word says that my yoke is easy, basically he's inviting you to couple up with him. Couple up with Jesus. Move when he moves. Slow down when he slows down. So he was telling me to slow down because I was trying to get ahead of him. I was pushing full steam ahead, and he's like, "Whoa, Jenna, slow down, slow down." So the version that I most meditated on at that time, which really ministered to me, I wrote it on a note card. That's what I do when there's a verse that I really want to keep meditating on and keep in my mind and my heart and my soul, is I write it on a note card. And so this is the one that I wrote in the Passion Translation. Are you weary, carrying a heavy burden? Come to me. I will refresh your life, for I am your oasis. Simply join your life with mine. That's the yoking part. Simply join your life with mine. Learn my ways, and you'll discover that I am gentle, humble, easy to please. I like that part. You will find refreshment and rest in me, for all that I require of you will be pleasant and easy to bear. Oh my gosh, does that just make you want to go, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. So, learn my ways. I started meditating on that. Learn his ways. The other version said, the other version, which was New Living Translation, said, "Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle in heart." This one says, "Learn my ways, and you'll discover that I am gentle, humble, easy to please." Like, learn my ways. So if we're learning his ways and he's easy to please, the way I like to say it is Jesus' way is easy pleasy. So I ended up making my to-do list called Jesus Easy Pleasy Do List. So as we're learning what Jesus' way is, we have to remember, well, that means that there's another way. There's my way, and his ways are not our ways. And there's the world's way, and the world's way are not his ways either. So if the world is telling you, you got to go, 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 you have to keep a perfect house and get dinner on the table and earn a living and be in the MOPS club or this Bible study and this group and that thing and help that person and la 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 la, all the things. The world might tell you that you have to be on top of all of the things. You have to do all the things, and you have to do all the things well. And you can't have a dirty dish in your sink while you're doing it. Jesus tells you to learn his ways. What is he saying to do? What is he telling you to do on any given day, week, month, or year? What is Jesus telling you to do? And more importantly, what is Jesus telling you not to do? So learn his ways and remember that he is easy to please. And when you do that, you will find refreshment and rest for your souls. So this requires trust, right? We have to trust that if we're not doing all the things that we think we need to do and doing them perfectly, that it's all going to be okay. Is it really going to be okay? If I don't do this, if I don't do that, will it all be okay? Will there be income if I don't do these tasks that bring income into my family? If you have a business, will I get that project done that I really need to get done? And well, do you really need to get it done? And if so, do you really need to get it done by your deadline? So basically, when you live in Matthew 11:28 through 30, when you live there, you have to trust. You have to also live in trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him and he will guide your path. He will direct your paths. You acknowledge him, you let him lead you. You let him teach you his ways, right? And this requires trust. Trust in the Lord with all your heart so that you can also rest. You're learning his ways and you're trusting that he knows. He knows. He knows all the things. He knows what's on your plate. He knows what needs to be on your plate and what doesn't need to be on your plate. He knows if you can maybe delegate something to somebody else. He knows if you need to maybe say no to someone about something, which might be really, really hard for you to do if you're maybe a people pleaser. Are you a people pleaser? Are you the kind of person that says yes to everybody all the time? I am actually not. I got burnt out not by saying yes to everyone. As most people who know me know, I have do not disturb on my phone quite often, like almost all the time. Because, for instance, I'm doing this right now. I'm talking to you right now. I can't be having somebody disturb me with a phone call or a text or anything. My focus is on you right now. And after this, my focus is going to be on getting this ready to send to you so that you can see it and find it and know it and hear it and make an impact in your life. So yeah, I am not afraid to say no to people for the most part. For the most part, I kind of know my limits and what I can and can't do. And I will pause when somebody asks me if I can do something and I have to pause and think, do I really have time to put to that? If I say yes to that, what else am I saying no to? Remember that when you are saying yes to something, that means you're saying no to something else. If you say yes to leading a Bible study every Wednesday night, what are you going to be saying no to on that Wednesday night? Is it like the only time of the week that your kids are all home because they're not off doing soccer or doing whatever? Is that like the one night of the week that the whole family could actually be together? And now you're saying yes to go do a Bible study? Maybe it's not even to lead the Bible study, but you're feeling pressured to just join and go and be at the Bible study. Just because there's a Bible study doesn't mean you have to be there. It doesn't mean that that's the thing that you have to do in order to grow in the Word and have community. Although clearly growing and having community is very important. But it's all this balance, you know? If you're not going to get it there, how are you going to get it? If you're not getting community with your church in that way, how are you going to get it? You know, if you decide, you know what, Wednesday night is just a really bad night for me to do a Bible study, but there's a Thursday morning Bible study that they also do. I have time for that one. That's better, you know. But whatever it is for you, what is the thing that you might say yes to, and what does it therefore mean that you have to say no to? And pray and ask God, what should my priorities be? What are the things that are most important? Ask God and just stop and pause, you know? Think about your whole life. Think about the things that you're putting your hand to, your time and your energy to. What are the most important things? And where can I add some rest? Where can I schedule some rest, perhaps? You know, where can I just add some margin, add some rest time? If you are going, say, on a trip and you know that when you come back from trips, you are exhausted, give yourself margin, give yourself a day at least to recover and get things back in order in your life and get back into the flow of life. Maybe give yourself a whole week, depending on how long the trip was. Um, if you extend yourself a lot, maybe one day a week is a really big, hard day for you. It's a really big day that saps you from energy. All the things that you do on, say, every Thursday it's a big day every time. It's a big day and you're always exhausted. Be aware of that and give yourself margin either in the evening or the next day. Maybe always schedule your Friday to be a little more low key. Don't put too much on yourself on Friday if you know that Thursday is a really energy sapping, busy, stressful day. So add margins, schedule time, schedule it on your calendar, even just 30 minutes here and there of like, if you're used to scheduling, you know, Zoom calls here and this, that, and there, and all of this, and put it on your calendar that you're going to schedule 30 minutes to just sit and do nothing. And while you're sitting there doing nothing, just soak in the presence of God. Put on some soaking music. Stare at the beautiful wonder of nature. Look out a window. Sit on a beach. Sit in your backyard. Experience nature. Listen to the birds. Or watch TV. Whatever. It's your time of rest. Whatever it is you want to do with your time of rest. But rest. Make sure you're incorporating rest into your lifestyle. When I homeschooled my kids, which we did all the years, almost. I did kindergarten through 11th with the oldest, so almost all the years. And when you homeschool your kids and you're a homemaker and you're taking care of your home and you're on a worship team and you're a cyclist and you're this and that and the other, all the things, not everything is going to get done. It's just not. Not there. It's just not. And I remember there was just always, if I was doing really good with the homeschooling and we're on top of that, then we might be having, I called it whatever night. When I didn't actually cook dinner, it was like, okay, it's whatever night. Like everybody go find something to eat. And the kids actually really loved whatever night. They loved when they could just go pick a bowl of cereal or grab something from the refrigerator, heat something up, whatever, even though I did make very delicious meals. At any rate, I remember going to a homeschool group meeting one night where someone talked about how hard it is to balance all of the things. And someone, I don't remember if it was a speaker or just someone in our group, I don't know. I think we had a speaker who said, "You're not going to get all the things done all the time, and that's okay. When you're doing really great at getting the homeschooling done, the laundry is going to be piling up. And when the laundry's getting done, then, the kitchen might be overflowing with dishes and whatever the thing might be. In most people's lives, not everything is going to get done all the time to perfection the way that you would like it to be. And that's okay. That's okay. Let it go. Figure out what's most important and let the other things go. And if you're trusting God and you're learning His ways and you're following His leading, you can trust that all the things will get done that need to get done. So basically, I felt like I had permission. When the woman said, not all the things are going to get done, and that's okay. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's really okay. It just gave me permission to just like, okay, it's really okay. I can let it go. I can do the best I can. I can do the best I can. So back to my burnout about 5 months ago, it just so happened that right after I was like diving into this whole world of like, it was like another permission from the homeschool mom telling me it was okay that I didn't have to do everything. Now I had God telling me that I didn't have to keep doing everything. And that was even better. But all that to say, it just so happened that I had a trip scheduled right at that time where I went to Missouri for about a week and a half and then to Denver for another week. And I had a good like 2.5 weeks or so where I was gone. And the hope was to have content going out, to have the video podcast going out and my emails going out and my social media going out and all the things pre-done and pre-scheduled and going out and all the things. And none of it happened. And you know what? I was okay with that. And even though I was going to try to do some of it while I was gone, I didn't. I didn't do any of it, and I was okay with that. I was taking in the break. I was like, "Okay, I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay." But the plan was once I came back from that, I would get back on the wagon. I call it the hamster wheel. I would get back on the hamster wheel and keep, churning out the things, doing the thing, and I was having a hard time kinda getting into that flow, and then here's the thing, God knew what I didn't know. God knew what was coming in my life where I wasn't gonna be able to do any of the things. So he prepared me in advance, getting me into this mindset of resting and giving it to him and trusting him and being okay with not going, so that as things evolved in my life, my dad got sick and personal things started taking over and trips to go to my parents and all of everything that went with that, there was no there was no ability to do. There was just sort of something here and something there, and I'm trusting you, God. This is all I can do right now, and now I gotta go do this now, and I can't be doing that now because I'm doing this now, and that's okay because you told me it's okay, so I'm just giving it to you. And and it is. It's okay. You know what? I'm still here. I'm still here. And so if you do follow me, you may have noticed how, yeah, there were no video podcasts going out for a good 4 months. And now they're back. They're back weekly. The goal is weekly, But you know what? If God tells me not to do it, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it just because the world tells me that I have to upload something every single week consistent. You got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. You know what? I will try to be consistent, but it's God's way, not the world's way. And so that's where we're at. The world's ways do not trump God's ways. God's ways stomp all over the world's ways. So what is it for you? What is going on in your life right now where you might be feeling overwhelmed, where you just got too many things going on? You got your hand in too many, I was going to say ovens, but that's not the word. You got your hands in too many thingies, whatever the things are that we can all have our hands in. And you're feeling overwhelmed, and maybe you're at risk of getting burnt out, or maybe you are. Maybe this episode is helping you realize even that you are, because I didn't realize that I was. I knew that if I didn't stop at some point I would be. I knew that. I knew that I was going full force and that I couldn't maintain it forever. Um and I guess, God just kind of slapped me upside the head and let me know, okay, that's now. It's time. It's time. And so maybe this is a wake up call for you. Maybe you're realizing that if you're finding yourself getting super frazzled, if you find yourself waking up in the night bursting into tears because your cat woke you up, that might be a sign that you're overextending yourself. So pay attention when your cat jumps on your bed. Pay attention when things happen that cause you to react in an unusual way. And then come to Jesus. Join your life with His. Learn His ways and discover that He is gentle, He is humble, and my girl, He is easy to please. And then you will find refreshment and rest in Him, for all that He requires of you will be pleasant and easy to bear. Easy pleasy. Jesus' ways are easy pleasy. I'm going to put that on a cup. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, overburdened over all the things, and you would like some help along the way to help figure out and prioritize, go to totalthrive.com. Link is in the notes, and learn about working with me, where maybe I can help walk through this journey with you and help you figure out, get clarity on what should be your priorities and what you should say no to, and how to maybe streamline your life in a way where you can get the things done that you need to get done. And if you'd like to check out Jesus Always, the link to that is in the show notes. Now off you go, girl. Take action today on at least one thing that you can do to live a more thriving and purpose-filled life.